Scotland's leader tells UK PM Johnson, "We want an independence referendum."
Here's a summary of the article.
London, Scotland's nationalist leader warned British Prime Minister Boris Johnson that she would continue preparations for an independence referendum because his Brexit plans would hurt the Scottish economy. "It is now, more than ever, essential that in Scotland we have an alternative option," Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said in a letter to Johnson. The Scottish Government will continue to make preparations to give people in Scotland the choice of becoming an independent country, she said, adding that the Scottish Parliament would consider framework legislation for a referendum after the summer recess.
This post received a score of 16,960, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Funnily enough, Scotland leaving the UK and taking their 50 MPs with them will probably give the Tories a parliamentary majority for the next generation.
And for many elections to come. I read an article the other week which suggested that this train of thought may be, to some degree, influencing Conservative Party policy re-Brexit. Dear, here it is.
Was funny during the last referendum when the biggest fear Westminster filled the Scottish with was losing an EU membership by leaving the UK.
I live in Scotland and yeah, I know some people who voted no in the last Indy ref because they didn't want to leave Europe, that was their only reason. Europe is good for Scotland. Most of Scotland voted Remain in the Brexit vote as well, so when that obviously flopped, they were so pissed they said they'd vote yes next time around.
This post needs to be higher. Scots, me included, are pissed to the bone.
As a Cornishman with Scottish family, saw this coming a mile off, and rightly so. Fucking Brexit. I'm raging for ya. Scotland got chucked under the bus.
Scotland, Northern Ireland, Gibraltar. But yeah, I said the same thing to my Scottish relatives. If you vote no because of EU membership, be prepared for England to take the whole of the UK out of the EU in a couple of years.
As I have just been schooled over in Europe, I will impart what they have told me. I know that the leader is asking for independence once every 2 weeks, but it seems this is the perfect time, because Boris's move caused a lot of waves in the Scottish society. With the no-deal Brexit movement gaining steam, the Scottish society is pulling massively in the other direction.
It seems that ascendancy of Bojo to the post of PM has created a perfect storm for this perpetual demand for an independence referendum to be taken seriously this time, since the Scottish electorate is becoming increasingly pessimistic about any reasonable solution for the Brexit shitstorm.
OK, Scotland can leave us, but they're blocked from the BBC and we're changing the Wi-Fi code too.
I mean, the rest of Ireland still gets access to the BBC, only limitation is broadcasting range.
Australia here, BBC is here too. Apparently it has infinite range.
Meanwhile, Conservative MPs are evidently insufferably out of touch. I was reading yesterday that many of them believe Boris will actually induce more unity across the country. They are fucking blind.
Do they really believe it, or are they just saying it because that is what is expected of them? Despite their best attempts to prove otherwise, most politicians are not idiots, and many will be trying to get on the new PM's good side.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.